Hello dear viewer, first off, happy holidays, whichever particular holiday you are celebrating, whichever one it is. I hope it's going well and you're having a lovely time with your friends and family. A sort of timely, topical little quick video. AOPA, Airline Owners and Pilots Association, have just released a study which, as you can see on your screen, tells us that a study that examined the effect of automatic dependent surveillance broadcast, ADSB, in general aviation and air taxi rates found a significant reduction in the likelihood of an accident, which decreased by 53% for aircraft equipped with ADSB in. It also found that the likelihood of a fatal accident decreased by 89% for aircraft using ADSB in. Now, I've got my theories on this. Now, this can be done pretty cheaply as well. ADSB in is just receiving ADSB. All you need to do that gets this right on the camera, is one of these, an SDR dongle, and you can do this talking to a Raspberry Pi and then onto a tablet and stuff and make yourself a very sophisticated system. Some time ago I made a video doing just that to show up other aircraft whilst you're flying in your aircraft and airspace around you and all those other good things if you're a manned driver. So that's grand. I think my personal opinion is people that go to the trouble of fitting this sort of thing or using this sort of thing are probably more safety conscious in the first place. It probably shows a bit of a trend in their attitude towards their flying. So I think that's why the accident rates are reduced. I'll leave a link anyway to this study below so you can make your mind up about that. Why am I bothering to talk about that right now? Well, I'll tell you why I'm bothering to talk about that, because guess what? Just last week, ProfiCNC and uAvionix, the makers of ADSB gear for ARPAs, announced a partnership. So you can now get native ADSB in for your Cube Autopilot. The down at the bottom, I don't know my cursor seeing. See that carrier board? That carrier board has a uAvionix ADSB receiver on board. So let's read what their line says. They say uAvionix, designer and manufacturer of communications, navigations and surveillance equipment for unmanned and manned aircraft, today announced a partnership with Cube Pilot, the ProfiCNC and Hex, designer and manufacturer of the world's leading autopilot, the Cube, which is true. And the new carrier board, available July this year, integrates uAvionix custom ADSB silicon for 1090 megs reception for worldwide detect and avoid functionality. And Cube Pilots proudly uses the open source Ardupilot platform, previously provided plug and play functionality for several. I should have had a Pixel with me. You can just plug them straight in, the other ones for Ping RX, Ping 2020 and Ping 1090. Support for these products is retained in the design, but this one, of course, it's there, it's built in, it's native, there it is. Well, what does that do for you? That does for you two things, and the two things it does is it sends, in fact, I can sort of demonstrate that. It sends, look, it's a Saturday night in South Africa, so it's quiet, but it sends ADSB data, and this is a feed that I have of multiple receivers. But that's what it would look like on your in Mission Planner. You would see aircraft that are ADSB equipped. Remember, they're supposed to have to do that by next year, 2020, in America, to fly in certain sorts of airspace. You'll be able to see those aircraft. I say this is all I can see at the moment. This one will be coming down to my house. My house is down here, but by having a string of receivers from here down to here, we have about 500 kilometers coverage, and also a string of receivers allows us to have another thing which is called multilaterated tracks, but that's just for Mode S, and that's not what I'm supposed to be talking about. But anyway, the good news is low cost native ADSB in is going to be available for everybody that buys the next version of the carrier board when it comes out. That's fantastic. I think that's what it means. I'm going to have to ask Philip Rouse on. He's currently making his way gently towards the AUVSI conference in America via various other countries. I'm going to have to get him on board, either the Hangout or speak to my AVSI to tell me exactly what this means. But it's fantastic news. So well done, Philip. Well done, the team. I'll get more news on it when I know. Isn't it funny that this comes out in the same week as AOPA touts the safety benefits of ADSB in? Aren't we good? puppies for getting on target ahead of the others. Anyway, enjoy the rest of your holiday. Have a lovely time. Don't forget to see you 2100 GMT on Tuesday for our nonsense drone and sundry drone stuff this week. Hang out. Cheers for now. Take care. Bye bye.